Hello everyone, my name is Nilgün and I'm a second year student in Electrical and Electronics department. Today I'm here to talk about social media. With the developing technology, social media became a huge part of our lives. Probably all of us has at least one social media account. Since we can easily reach everything from our mobile phones thanks to the technology, social media is now only one click away. As a result, we sometimes spend too much time on these platforms. Here's a graph that allows us to compare the social media usage from 2012 until 2019. We can easily notice the increase. Shocking thing is that people spend 2.5 hours of a day in scrolling down on social media. Also, comparing 2012 and 2019, people are using social media platforms 70% times more than 7 years ago. Also, according to a research by Anthony, social media usage is more common in millennials or today's teenagers. But is it healthy for them to use it this much? How does it affect teenagers? That is what I'm going to talk about today, negative impacts of social media on teenagers. We will focus on two negative effects, which are lack of self-confidence and social isolation. Let's continue with the first negative effect, lack of self-confidence. Social media may damage self-confidence in several ways. Firstly, let's consider about lying about appearance. Social media is a platform that everybody can easily hide their real self and behave as who they really want to be. And in early ages, teenagers can be really judgy about their appearances. And thus, so many teenagers have insecurities about their looks. They feel a need to change their appearance in order to be liked and avoid body shaming. They compare themselves with the famous people and try to fit in the beauty standards. Secondly, many teenagers are bullied not only in schools but also on social media platforms. Unknown messages and comments that comes from unknown people lowers their confidence. Here's a graph that shows us the significant importance of bullying. According to research by American SPCC, 16% of the students in the US are bullied at least once. And the pie chart here shows us bullying types such as mean or hurtful comments, rumors, and sexual harassments, etc. This bullying builds some thoughts on teenagers' mind like they're not beautiful and they're not enough. As a result, they cannot be confident about themselves. Continuing with the second negative effect of social media, teenagers may feel socially isolated. This self-isolation may have different reasons resulting from social media. According to research by Regis College in 2020, social media causes depression and more that leads isolation. Social media mostly triggers depression and anxiety and result in social isolation. Firstly, teens like to share every moment of their life online. One can feel left out when seeing a party that she or he is not invited, especially if her friends are invited and having fun. This creates a feeling as a teen has no true friends and even jealousy. Also, if the feeling grows, finally, teenagers may have difficulties building friendships because it lowers confidence and motivation to engage in social interactions. Secondly, too much online chatting damages social skills. Since social media platforms are very common in meeting new people, teenagers who have already have social problems become addicts to social media. Therefore, the teens start to avoid face-to-face social interactions and isolate themselves from real world. Moving forward to the end of my presentation, today I have talked about two negative impacts of social media on teenagers, which were lack of self-confidence and social isolation. When we look at the increasing social media usage, it seems like these problems will affect more teenagers in the future. In order to avoid such problems, parents should be very careful about how much time their kids spend online. Restricting social media usage and encouraging the teenagers to go out and make some friends may be helpful to avoid these negative impacts or at least eases the damages. If parents cannot help in these situations or if it is too late, it is important to seek out a professional further guidance. Here's my reference list and thank you for listening. I can have questions now.